this video, I want to take you guys through a PlayStation 4 game you can play for free this weekend. Resident Evil Village has shipped very good numbers, that being shipments and digital sales, and Bluefire is headed to the PlayStation 4 very soon. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, this weekend you can play The Crew 2 absolutely free. Now, I know The Crew is kind of a meme to some people. I played The Crew 1 back in the day when that came out, and I was super excited for it. And I actually probably enjoyed that game a lot more than a lot of other people, but I generally enjoy racing games quite a bit. I don't know why. They're games that I always kind of let slide with a lot of issues. The Crew obviously had its issues. I still had a good deal of fun with it, and of course The Crew 2 has been out since 2018, and it's still been getting updates and things like that, and it actually has a very positive reception, all things considered. Just on Steam, 39,000 Steam user reviews, and 82% of those reviews are positive, so that's actually quite good. Obviously, it's a game that has quite a bit of content. The idea is to have a lot of replayability. I haven't played too much of The Crew 2, like I played it when it came out, but not enough to give you guys a definitive opinion. But if you do want to go ahead and play the game, you can play it over the weekend for free, and you can download that now. I would recommend you to download that ASAP because I do believe it's a pretty large install. I would highly recommend you to get on top of the install, and then you can play it for the weekend, and I believe that'll last until Monday morning. But nevertheless, an opportunity for you to try out that game free. Alright, next up, Resident Evil Village shipment and digital sales have topped 4.5 million. That is 500,000 copies since the last report that we had gotten, and 4.5 million, excuse me. That is an incredible number, especially considering the game's been out for only 2 months now. It has to be said that a game's bulk of sales is always going to happen within its first month or so, but still, 4.5 million is a very, very solid number, and goes to show why they did end up putting the game on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series, PS5, and PC. They really wanted to run the gambit of all platforms, and really why you're going to see a lot of publishers stick to that, just because there's a lot of money to be made on last-gen platforms as well. But obviously, Resident Evil Village also incredibly delivered from a quality standpoint. In my opinion, it's my second favorite game of the year, like right around number 2. I would say Ratchet & Clank is probably number 1, then Resident Evil Village, and then I think Scarlet Nexus is number 3 for me right now. So yeah, still pretty early in the year, so I mean, it's July, but the bulk of the games are going to be coming out in the fall. But Resident Evil Village definitely stands out as a great game, and at this point, you can find it a little bit cheaper. Like, I've been seeing it for, $40 to $50, and at that price, if you're the kind of person that's like, it's only one playthrough, and after that, I'm going to be done with it, I can understand that, but that one playthrough, even if you do only play it once, is going to be very, very high quality. Like, I played it twice already in its entirety, and I had a great time with it both ways through, and I usually don't play multiple playthroughs of a game right after they come out, but Resident Evil Village was one that I really dug, and I did get that done, and I had a great time with it. Performs great on a PS5. If you do have a PS5, I would highly recommend you to check that out. If not now, then down the line when it gets cheaper, maybe when it's at $30, it's going to be more of a palatable pickup for you. Lastly, I do want to note that Bluefire, a game that originally launched on PC back in February, is now coming to the PlayStation 4 on July the 23rd. The game is a single-player title, a action-adventure single-player title, I should say. Has a pretty cool art style, and it's a game that was received okay on PC, 79% positive reviews across 580 reviews. That's actually pretty good, and to have another game like this on PlayStation 4, that's quite nice. Talked about it before, but just want to give you guys a heads up that the release is coming out very, very soon. 2 weeks to the day from now, so you guys can be on the lookout for that. And that's going to wrap up this one. Again, you guys can play The Crew 2 free this weekend. I would recommend you to go ahead and check that out, and make sure you get on the download as soon as possible, because it's going to be quite a big download. Resident Evil Village doing incredibly well from a sales standpoint, so that's cool to see. And Bluefire for PlayStation 4 drops July 23rd. That's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.